Holy shit. Holy shit.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
Oh, wait, I can't see anybody on my screen. Okay, there we go. Hi.
What up?
Woo! We are
What?
having a morning this morning.
Oh my god, aren't we?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Welcome, everybody who's out there. Welcome to Black Market Live. This is the place where we talk about reggae. We talk about our own small, insignificant lives quite a bit too. And we make music together with everyone who's watching, with you guys, contributing. We're going to be doing some of that today, but I'll let you tell us about it. I am Wise Owl, Brandon Nisnik. That is Black Market. That's Nate Bridges.
What's up, y'all?
I'm in LA. He's in Nashville. Nate, what are we doing today? Please?
So today we are revisiting our glam rock stuff. We're going to probably provide a quick update on one of the songs, I think, on the Golden Years one. And we're also going to debut a new one that's inspired by the Low album, Bowie's Low album.
So is Low like considered to be in any way like obscure or like kind of any back catalog type thing, or is that only for those of us who like just know his singles and whatnot, you know?
So to me it's a funny album because on the one hand it is, yo, what's up, Mega Duppy? We got your songs in the playlist. They didn't show up, unfortunately, but keep watching the stream. Your songs will come up in the playlist sooner or later.
Maybe we can figure out how to force them.
I could just click on them and then they would play.
All right.
But anyway, about the Low album. It's a funny one because on one hand, there aren't a lot of songs on there that are like his big sing-along. There's no Rebel, that's for sure. Like there's no big hit single type song on there. Like on almost all of his other albums, really. Even Heroes has Heroes on it.
It has Heroes, yeah.
Yeah. Low has nothing like that. Even in the first half of the album, which is like more rocky and more like what you'd expect from a Bowie album, some of the songs don't even have words. And then the second half is all instrumental, and it's totally different than anything he'd done up to that point.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, so all that would paint a picture in your mind of like, okay, so Low's got to be like the Bowie fans' Bowie album.
Yeah,
really.
only people who are obsessed with David Bowie listen to it, know it.
Right. But on the contrary, it's consistently ranked as like one of his top records, not only top Bowie records, but like top albums like of the 70s, like period. Like I think Pitchfork did a thing about it, and Low I think was the top album of the 70s. Like of 200 albums Pitchfork ranked, they picked Low as number one. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember exactly.
Whoa, wait, you mean like they were doing, is my mic low?
I thought it kind of was a little, oh God. Here we go. It's going to be that kind of show.
Is it a little bit? Let me turn it up. How's that?
Oh, that's
better?
Good. That's good.
Okay, nice. So you're saying they were rating like doing like a greatest albums of all time type thing?
Of the 70s, yeah.
Oh, okay, just of any music that came out in the 70s, what are the best albums? And they said Low is the greatest album of the 70s?
I'm pretty sure.
Whoa.
I got maybe I should look it up. Pitchfork
bold
70s.
It is good. I have in doing this project where we're doing sound alike music of music from that era. You had pointed out and isolated and let me know that Low is going to be one of the albums in particular that we're going to be emulating and doing sound alikes of. And so
they picked it.
So during this,
number one is Low of the 70s.
Yeah. So I've gotten to know it now. Yeah. And it is. It's incredible. I mean, maybe like And like I always do my research behind a project or about an album or an artist or whatever whenever we're covering them or emulating them or whatever.
Yeah.
So I read a lot about Low and the surrounding thing. And maybe I wonder if what it is how like influential of an album it is to
for sure is a big reason.
More beyond just, well, the songs are just so good and we
Yeah.
just love listening to the songs.
Yeah. There's so many things about
It's important.
It's super important. For one, it's drastically different from anything Bowie had done up to that point. Two, it marked the start of Bowie getting out of the United States, getting off drugs, moving to Europe. I think half of this was recorded in France, but some of it was recorded in Berlin, which is funny.
I've actually freaking been to the town. So another thing I found out when I was researching my mom's side of my family is from France, and my cousin lives in a small village that's a little bit north of Paris, and it's right next to the village where they recorded this. That I can't remember the name of the recording studio right now, but it's a really famous recording studio. All kinds of amazing stuff was recorded there, and it's in this this small castle-ish building.
It sounds about right.
In the countryside north of Paris, where whoever owns it turned it into a recording studio, and that's where they did this. And I've freaking been to that town.
That's so cool.
Without realizing the connection.
Whoa.
We got a cat hopping around.
That was awesome.
Doing her patrol.
Yeah. So there's all that. There's just the contextual stuff about it that makes it really interesting and important. But then also just the sound of it itself. It's like the first time him and Eno did anything together, which was a big deal. Eno took a really big step forward as almost like it's almost really should be like David Bowie and Brian Eno's Low. Like,
that was my thought, man. Especially the second half of the album.
Yeah, it's
like
pure Brian Eno.
Yeah, like Brian Eno like made some songs and then David Bowie went in the background. This is a David Bowie song.
On the surface, it does seem that way, but Bowie is way more involved in the second half than it probably would seem on the surface. Because it really does just sound like shit that Eno was doing up to that point.
That's what it sounds like.
It's what it sounds like. But it's really, from what I understand, it's more Bowie kind of doing Eno with the assistance of Brian. Okay. With the assistance of Brian Eno, right? He's trying to accomplish this Brian Eno sound, and Brian Eno is right there with him, being like, "Okay, yeah, here you go. Here's how you do it." That's kind of my take on like how that was pulled off.
Hey, have you ever heard the thing, or read the thing that the title of the album is supposed to be Low Profile?
Oh no, that makes
it's supposed
so
to
much
be
sense.
a visual pun.
Yeah,
because it's the profile of David, but and to reflect about how he basically like went and like
peaced out.
Yeah, he left Los Angeles. He left like civilization.
Yep.
He went low profile. So it's supposed to be, that was the intention.
Wow.
It's low, and then his profile.
I've never heard that. That's really interesting. It makes a lot of sense. To me, it always, whenever I think of Low, I know that he had like this crazy like writer's block during that time, which is another reason why even a lot of the rock songs are instrumental, because he like for the first time up to that point he didn't really know what to write about. And to me, Low always kind of signified like it's like he was like coming down from drugs, like he was coming down from heroin and coke, like crazy coke habit. Like he probably had the gnarliest coke habit of like any rock star up to that point. Like he
like blanked out like an entire year or something, right? Like he can't remember it.
Yeah, he did the whole Milk and Peppers thing where he only for I think at least months at a time. It's fucking disgusting. At least months at a time, he only drank milk and ate jalapeno peppers. That's it. And did coke.
Why jalapeno peppers?
I don't know, man. I even saw a video. I even saw a video this documentary, this Bowie documentary, and it was him in the 70s. He is so fucking out of his mind on drugs. It's fascinating to watch him, and he's so interesting and such an amazing artist. So it's like you're glued to him. But he's sitting there drinking milk, and he goes into a store, buys a carton of milk, fucking sitting in the back of a limo, chewing on a fucking pepper, and you're just like, dog. Like somebody needs to like help this guy like right now.
Is there some kind of like nutritionist,
dude? I think it was
whose theories he was into or something like.
I didn't
how do you
gather
arrive
that.
on that.
I didn't gather that. Man, he's so fascinating, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I've read whole things about him and the occult and like Aleister Crowley, and he's like if you deep dive into his lyrics, they're all about the occult and like weird shit. To me, half the time it's like there's that, especially his first half of his career, there's so much shit like that in his work, and that was all. I always like chalked it up to that. It's like drugs plus he's just drenched in like Aleister Crowley bullshit, you know, and he just, I don't know.
So
but
maybe the like the sustaining like the jalapeno is all you need is like an Aleister Crowley theory or something.
yeah, something, I don't know.
Well, he didn't die,
No, he didn't die.
so there's something to it.
He did die at 69 though. I mean, I would say if anything, he robbed years of his life because of the 70s. You know,
What was it that he died from?
he
Again,
had
I
like
can't
some kind of
remember now. It's
cancer. It was
or
like
something.
liver or pancreatic or something. So I mean, it didn't have anything to do with his drug use probably, but even so, I mean, it just man, the dude was. It was cigarettes, milk, jalapenos, and cocaine. That's how he subsisted for like a year. And then naturally, he's like, fuck, I got to get the fuck out of here. I'm going to bring my trusty non-drug drug-using friend Iggy Pop. That was probably seemed like a bad idea, but also
Iggy
worked
Pop
out.
had they got sober together.
They did,
That's
yeah.
why they went to Europe.
Yeah.
Iggy Pop actually, I think, started to get sober first.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank God they did that because, one, we get 5 of the coolest fucking records ever made. The 2 they did with Iggy Pop and then the 3 Bowie ones. 5 of the coolest records ever. Like, all 5 of those records are amazing. That's like the well I'm constantly going back to, especially lately. And also, had they not done that, I mean, the dude, they both would have probably flamed out and died before the 80s. Like it's totally unsustainable, like the path that they were on. It's just fucking insane.
There would have been just more guys who got lost in that way.
Yep. Yeah,
Like
absolutely. Like a million. Like some of the guys in the Stooges. Like Dave Alexander, the bass player for the Stooges, he died at like 23. Like I think a year or 2 after the Stooges broke up, the guy was barely 23, 24, and he was just like, they kicked him out of the Stooges because he would drink like quarts of whiskey before they'd go on stage, and he died. He died of, I think it was some kind of alcohol poisoning or maybe it was a heroin. I don't remember, but yeah, man. I mean that was the track that all those guys were on. You know, it's fucking insane.
Well, I hope our reggae-loving audience is as interested in David Bowie and the Stooges and drug addiction as we are.
I think if you're a Black Market fan, you know, that kind of stuff is a prerequisite to your fandom. It's you know,
I guess so.
You know, this is the world we weave in and out of with our reggae as well. So you know, all this stuff's important. It helps us make the music that we make.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this is the world that we collide with.
Exactly.
Reggae.
Exactly.
With dub. We bring all these drugged out, emaciated white guys and smash them together with Jamaica.
Yeah, and imagine a more utopian music landscape that could have been.
Right.
But we really got sidetracked there for a second. But so we're gonna do some low stuff, some tracking on that potentially, and then also we've got a couple mailbag questions that we're gonna do.
Woo! Good job, everybody. Thank you for sending mailbag questions.
Indeed. Yeah.
Keep them coming.
Yeah, from our 2 mailbag stalwarts, we've got one from Sidewalk Andy, one from Groove Stranger. So we'll check those
beautiful.
out. Groove
I can't
Stranger
wait.
sent us a cool thing. It's a
Really?
We'll get into it when we. It's not much of a
cool.
question, but it's kind of a cool thing he wanted to show us. So
Those
we'll
guys
get into
always
that.
ask good questions.
Yeah, I know.
Good.
Obviously, we've got Eno cards as always. Maybe we'll get some Wise All music updates. Do we have any updates for the song we were working on with you last week?
Yes. Let's see.
There's kind of some interesting news about that song. I don't know if you want to share it. That we talked about.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about it now or later when we get to that part?
We could talk about it because it's cool, and I think people should get excited about it if this winds up happening.
I hadn't even thought about it yet until right now, but
I'm talking about the John Roy update to that song.
Well, okay, yeah. So it's "Take My Breath Away." Was that the last week or 2 weeks ago?
That was last week.
Okay, last week we were working on "Take My Breath Away." Is that when we did the tape machine thing on the vocals? That was last week?
That was last fucking week, man.
That feels like a month ago. Okay.
Dude, if it's not clear, audience watching, me and Brandon, somehow our biological clocks and our tiredness synced up, and we're having one this morning for sure.
Yeah, our bodies have synced up.
Something happened
For
this
sure.
week.
We've been spending so much time together.
Yep.
But yeah. Both of our brains, both of our bodies are rebelling against us this morning.
Yeah.
But so that song, "Take My Breath Away," is finished being mixed. I have the final mix of it.
Cool.
I haven't even thought about it until you asked about it. But
Wow.
should we play it?
I would love to
Should we
hear
play
it.
on the stream?
I would love to hear it.
Is there anything wrong with? There's nothing wrong with that, right?
I don't
I
think
haven't
so.
asked. So it's me and King Roosta,
Right.
Ryan Basilio, another artist. So like I haven't asked him. We should just do it. We should just play.
Yeah. Now you said it.
Yeah.
Now it's
Yeah.
out there.
Do you
Now
guys
we
want to
gotta
hear?
hear
Okay, if I get one person in the chat who's like, yes, I want to hear the finished "Take My Breath Away," then we'll just forego getting the blessing of the other person.
Hey, look at that.
Oh. Well, that is what I said. I
You said it to anybody.
Yep.
I'm in the
Yep.
chat.
One message in the chat is what I said, and that is a message in the chat. You win. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll hear it. So the exciting thing is that we're gonna do a All right, Andy, bring it
Yep.
up. We're gonna bring we're gonna release a co-release. What's it called? A split single.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's a shared single, like a shared EP release with Smoke and Mirrors Sound System, who's an amazing, awesome reggae collective based in San Diego and all over the world.
AKA John Roy, a frequent
John
commenter
Roy.
in the chat, friend of the show.
That's right. Friend of the show.
I love being
brother in
able to say
arms.
friend of the show. I've always wanted to say that.
Friend of the show. Yeah. For so long I've had a show, and now I have friends. So I can say friend of the show.
Anyway.
Yeah. And then, sorry, my cat is driving me insane. Oh my God. My girlfriend is working out of town for a while, so like I don't have anybody to like
Brandon's
guard me from the cats during these times.
He's
Driving
the
me insane.
cat czar.
Yeah. It's going to feature this split single that I'm trying to tell you about. It's going to feature "Take My Breath Away" and the Smoke and Mirrors Sound System version of another classic 80s song. I don't know if John wants us to say what song it is or
maybe
not.
we keep that under wraps. That could be a surprise.
Yeah, but it's another like 80s love jam, very romantic, emotional 80s jam that when you hear it, like, you know, you'll start just like, you know, dancing in the 80s rain.
Mm-hmm.
And a dub version of each one of those songs from Black Market, from you.
Yep.
So 4 songs.
Yep.
Together.
Split EP, half John Roy's sound system, half Wiesel and Ryan Basilio, with Black Market as the glue.
King Rooster.
Rooster. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, it's gonna be really cool, and I guess also the plan is we're all just gonna release it on each of our platforms or something.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So first, we're not gonna wait forever to release "Take My Breath Away." This will be out probably like within a week or so. On my Bandcamp, which is written right up here, and also on King Rooster's outlets.
I guess I haven't discussed if you guys want me to release it on mine or not. I'm happy to, but I'm also, if you guys want to keep it as your exclusive releases, I'm happy to do that too. It doesn't really matter to me.
Why not? I mean, if it features your dubbing, then it's Black Market now.
That's true.
I'm trying to think of like some kind of visualizer, or should we just play the song while it's just me and you sitting here looking at each other?
Yeah, let's just listen to it.
All right.
It's fine. Oh, and the only other thing I wanted to say about it that I'm excited about is, now this isn't confirmed, and I don't want to, like jinx this while it's like in the cradle, but there's talk of potential vinyl release of this split EP.
Yes. Let's gauge interest from the chat. If this, if this 4-song split single, if it existed on vinyl, would that be something that people are interested in?
Yeah. Would you guys want to buy that?
Would you want to buy that? Because we're wondering. Hey, should we release this on vinyl?
Yeah. So you'd probably, I would imagine, if you were to go to the Bandcamp of King Rooster, Wiesel, or Black Market, it would be a digital. That's where you get the digital shit. But if you wanted to get the vinyl, go through Smoke and Mirrors, and you could get the vinyl from those guys. If he winds up doing that, it's a big financial commitment, but John Roy, he's pressing vinyl quite often, so it's definitely possible.
Yes, yeah, and if and when it is available on vinyl, we'll let you'll know about it. You will hear about it. You'll know.
Yeah.
You'll know.
Yeah.
So here is the song. So this features in there the tape echo, the tape delay that we put on the vocals together. See if you can hear it amongst all the other nice sounds in the soundscape there. Nate, you haven't heard this finished version, have you?
I have not. I'm excited. Last I heard, we were printing the tape.
Collect skateboards and vinyl. Ooh.
Dude, that's cool.
Do you only collect the skateboards, or do you ride them too? Well, with a name like Sidewalk Andy.
That's true.
That sounds like a skater.
Yeah.
You sound like a skater.
Andy was giving me the full-on pitch to move to Berlin. I was talking to him about how much I loved Berlin, and obviously we were thinking about Low and all that.
Oh.
And he was giving me the.
Are you convinced?
My wallet's not. my heart and my mind are, but my wallet's my wallet's way behind that kind of action. But no, I mean, I've been to Berlin before and I fucking loved it. We were talking about all the insane nightclubs there and crazy shit, and how it's just like a fantastic, just artist community, creative place. It's one of the most like creativity forward cities I've ever been to. It's really oh my god, yeah. It's really, really cool. It's like as soon as you get there, it's like immediately apparent, one, that like I totally get why Bowie would have wanted to move there. And also you feel that him and Iggy Pop kind of left their stamp on that place. I mean, it is completely its own thing. But there is that vibe there. Like big time. It's really, really cool place. So yeah. In another universe, I already live there, and it's great. And thanks, Andy, for suggesting that.
Well, let's make a bunch of money so we can both move there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
let's just do that.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, it's settled.
Yay!
Bang the dub gavel
It's a dub
Has been
gavel.
This is my dub gavel. Whenever
I love that.
whenever an official decree has been decreed.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's hear the song. Okay, the Top Gun song sung by Tom Cruise.
Sung by
Originally.
Yep.
Just kidding. It's this song, which is of course originally by the band called Berlin.
Dude, what's going on right now?
Whoa. How's that?
Yeah.
How's that for some
Synchronicity.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Boy can sing, huh?
Dude, I'm impressed with this mix.
Thanks, man.
It's so much bigger and fuller than last week. Those synths, were those synths always there?
Yep.
Sounds so fucking good.
Thanks, man.
This sounds like a fucking pro track.
Thanks, dog.
Motherfucker's like a one-man boy band. He's got it all, dude.
Yep. Nasty, right?
Yeah.
And he looks like a Filipino Channing Tatum too.
Yeah,
So it's like unfair.
Some people got it all, man. Big key change. It's like totally elevates the whole song. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Really, really impressed with that. Like,
Wow, thanks, man.
like it sounded so good before. It really, really did. I don't want to like understate how much I've already loved it up to this point. But I mean, that's like radio ready, man. That sounds so fucking pro. It's so good. The something about the synths were just so much more present and just filled out the whole track. Like just filled in every nook and cranny, every space. Just this beautiful bed, just amazing. And he's just, man, that guy's a fucking superstar. He's so good.
Yeah. What a singer, right?
Yeah. God,
Yeah.
I
Well,
okay,
thanks,
personally,
man.
I hope
Yep.
I hope you two do way more shit like this together.
Yeah, I do too, and we probably will. You know, I mean, we used to be in a band together for years and years and years back in the day, and so, he hit me up out of the blue about this, and so we probably will.
Yeah, this is one of those songs.
More.
This is one of those collaborations, one of those songs you do where the answer is not, okay, well that was fun, that was a one and done. Like, it's not. This is
Right.
It's too good. You guys are peanut butter and jelly, man. You gotta do another one.
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks, guys. Yeah, thanks, Duppy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Andy. I'm glad
Excellent.
you like it.
Excellent
So,
work.
and speaking of this, so, like to make those synths happen, to make it sound that way, like, I really wish that we had basically the time on this show to be able to show all the process, all the steps that goes into mixing the full song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's like
It's hours.
10 hours of stuff, and so I had a thought, and then I spent some time the other day getting everything set up in my studio. So I'm now set up. I now have a way that I can record video
Oh.
of me screen capturing and me talking and everything of me mixing.
Oh, that's
So-
cool.
So I want to know, from you guys who are patrons on Patreon. I know a lot of you guys are here in the chat. People comment on the YouTube video if you're watching it later or whatever. Is that something that you guys would be interested in seeing? Because I'm thinking that could be something that would be very cool to offer for like a certain Patreon tier or
Sure.
something. Is
Yeah.
basically like the long form, the unedited, like the Smoke and Mirrors sound system song that is the other side of the single. That's the first one that I'm going to do. I'm just going to record myself mixing it.
Yeah.
I'm going to mix that song. And so, what day is it? Tomorrow I'm going to start like from scratch. Just going to record the entire thing.
It's a really good idea for content, honestly. I love that. Whether it's Patreon tier, my only thing with releasing it as a Patreon tier is we've also got a bunch of Bandcamp subscribers. And so I think I could release it on both exclusively for subscribers and patrons. I'm pretty sure. I'd have to make sure, though. But even if we just made it available on YouTube, I think it would be really cool. And that's a great idea for content, man. I love it. I highly encourage you to do it. And
All right.
if you want to do that, we'll release it for sure. That'd be fucking sweet.
Yeah, gotta do something. I'm, looking for it, and I'm just looking for like new ways to include you guys and to give you guys cool stuff to see, to watch, to get. I mean, I know we're here every week asking for your guys' money. It's just like all week long. I'm thinking like, what else can we like give these people? What else can we like do for them?
Totally. Yeah.
So
I love it. I think that's a great idea, man. And one of the things I really want to do with this project, you know, being me and Brandon, is we have this. We've talked about this a long time ago too. I don't remember if we talked about it much on the stream, but you know, we have this. Hell yeah. Do it. You can use it for future video releases too. Yeah, man, definitely.
Get him to sing Alicia Keys.
Yeah, call Ryan. Have him finish Alicia Keys.
I deserve that.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I would love to do with this channel on YouTube and just Black Market in general is we've got this thing Brandon and I do together each week, and I'd also like us to almost have 2 more shows, quote unquote, or something where it's kind of more I do stuff by myself and release that every week, and Brandon does stuff by himself and releases that every week or whenever.
Yeah. There you go.
So for Brandon,
then we can finally see which one of us is more popular.
No.
No.
So Brandon could do kind of more in-depth mixing stuff, and for me, what I want to do is start doing live dub sets.
Oh,
so
dude, that's so, and it like the yin and yang of it totally fits, and it's just like exactly like what we want to do. Oh, that's a good idea.
And then each week we come back together and do this show and talk about the other things we did, or you know, this is kind of a melding of both those things anyway.
Oh, that's a really good idea. All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Dub gavel. It's settled.
Yeah. So I would say you guys could definitely expect that in the future. I love this idea that Brandon's got, and I know I say it every week, but it's, you know, getting all the stems for all my EPs is really slow going. It's really boring to do, and I have a lot of other work to do. So I'm slowly but surely getting all of them ready, and in the future, like for the ABBA one, like I've already got all the stems printed for ABBA, like because as soon as I was done printing the final mix to tape, I just printed the stems like right then. So in the future, once I get totally caught up, once I get totally caught up, you know, every time we release a new EP or whatever, it's gonna be automatic, like it'll be ready for live dub show stuff, so it won't be this big lag like we've got right now.
Andy gets impatient. You got to keep Andy happy.
I know, yeah, no kidding. Speaking of future black market stuff, and it's a reason I'm wearing this Roy Orbison shirt. This shirt is from one of my...
Roy Orbison as a child?
Yeah, Roy Orbison. This is 8th grade yearbook photo, and it says Roy Orbison reporter, because I guess he was on the school newspaper or something.
Nice.
So for Valentine's Day, my girlfriend and I went to the Belcourt Theater, which is a art house cinema here in Nashville, and we saw Blue Velvet, the David Lynch film, which features a Roy Orbison song in Dreams very prominently in that movie. So naturally, being someone who makes David Lynch related reggae content, I thought, can I find the vocal a cappella stems to In Dreams, the Roy Orbison song? Because without that, I don't know if I'd want to do a Blue Velvet
EP.
Dub EP someday. So looked it up.
From the tone in your voice, I feel like I can tell what the outcome is, but go on.
Yes, I looked it up, and
I couldn't find it.
I could find it, actually. Oh yeah, the candy-colored clown they call the Sandman whispers in my room every night, or whatever, however the fucking song goes. Tiptoes in my room every night. Yeah, so I found him. So I'm thinking, I know we talked...
creepy.
Oh, it's super.
The candy-colored clown they call the Sandman tiptoes in my room every night?
Yes.
That sounds like a song that like Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia would sing.
Yeah, it's basically Nightman. It is basically Nightman.
Spiders.
So yeah, I'm thinking, look, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Doing the artist-based dub albums, it's kind it's a little draining. It kind of takes, I don't know about you, Brandon, but for me, it kind of takes a lot out of me to do those, to like live in another artist's headspace for that long and to have such like a rigid structure to follow and try to make our stuff fit in this box, you know, but
personally,
still...
I thrive in the boxes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm happy to hear that because, you know, I definitely need that kind of, if we both were feeling dragged down by it, it would be bad. I don't know if we'd be able to do it. Now, like when I'm doing it, it's amazing and I love it and it's fun. But as soon as I'm done, I'm like, whew, that's a big, it's a tall order to go right back into that world, into a separate whole new box. You know what I mean?
Oh, right.
With all new rules and all new shit. It's just a lot to wrap my mind around sometimes. So I like to kind of flush the system, so to speak, and do something a little more freeform, a little more, you know, outside the lines, so to speak. So I'm actually thinking, I just saw Blue Velvet. I love David Lynch. I found the fucking stems for this song.
Wow.
I've been saying I want to do Blue Velvet forever. I'm kind of thinking, I think we're getting, I kind of want to do Blue Velvet next. What do you think? I don't know if you've seen that movie or not. It's okay if you haven't. I don't care. But it's going to be like the Eraserhead one. I'm going to use that one as like a template where we're going to have one super, you know, identifiable song from the movie. And then the rest of it will probably be like original stuff we'll just come up with and just drop in, you know, dialogue from the movie and just try to, in general, match the vibe of the movie in a way and do Blue Velvet and dub. That's kind of what I want to do. I think that would be fun.
I'm on board, man. I think it's great. Awesome. It's very Black Market.
Yes.
Let's do it. And it'll be an excuse for me to finally watch that movie.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Yeah. I would say,
like I've been meaning to for a long time.
I want to say, if you haven't seen it yet, I would love first of all, if you haven't seen it yet, you should watch it by yourself and just enjoy it and take what you take out of it. But I would love to I would love to figure out a way to do this. I think even though the Star Trek stream was a fucking unmitigated disaster, I don't want to let go of that as an option to do with our fans.
Yeah.
I would love to figure out a way. How the fuck can we do like a watch along thing, like with people? Like, how can you do that? There has to be a way to do it. I mean, even if it's only like 2 or 3 of our fans hanging out while we watch it and we do commentary or whatever. I mean, we could release it as like a commentary track. Like, I think that would be really cool. And that's something, if we do Blue Velvet, I want to figure out where maybe you watch it on your own and then we can watch it together with the fans and just chat and hang out and talk about it. And,
nice.
And,
okay.
You know, see what we get from it.
Yeah.
And maybe make that a Patreon or Bandcamp exclusive type thing. And yeah, but I think that would be really cool.
Yeah. Patreon Bandcamp crew all hang out together and watch a movie. Because
Exactly.
we might not be able to put the recording of it onto YouTube, but we can all hang out and watch it together.
Totally.
Live.
Yeah. I think, yeah, but I think Blue Velvet is going to be next. I was thinking about Wu-Tang this week, and I was just like, man, I'm a huge Wu-Tang fan.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that's coming up, dude. That's exciting.
I'm a huge Wu-Tang fan, but it's also one of those things where, like, I'm not really listening to Wu-Tang right now, you know? And on the flip side, I just watched this David Lynch movie that I've wanted to do forever.
Yeah, it's fresh.
It's fresh.
You're inspired.
Exactly. I'm feeling inspired by it. So gotta just follow that track. So I think...
Chase the dragon, man.
Yeah. That being said, Brandon and I have so much fucking work to finish that has nothing to do with Black Market or Wise Owl. Yeah. So I think before we dive into Blue Velvet or whatever we're doing next, we're probably gonna put a small pause on new Black Market stuff until we got to catch up on some other shit first because it's getting. I don't want to add to the cacophony of work that we already have. But yeah, one of those things being the new Zia Starlust glam rock,
yeah.
glam rock EP that we're doing.
Yeah, which we're going to do some recording on today.
Yeah.
In a bit, right?
Yeah. Should we, before we get into that, should we get mailbag and cards out of the way and then
Yeah.
Wow.
It's mailbag or card. Not sure which one we're doing first, but it's mailbag or card time.
Let's do card.
Card time. That's right. It's oblique strategies.
Mm-hmm.
Strategies.
Yes.
Oblique strategies. It's a deck of cards that Brian Eno created to
oh man,
give you a little prompt to wake your brain up and get your brain thinking and looking at things in a different sort of way.
Yeah. Eno's turning into like the official mascot of the show. Someday I will get away from mentioning fucking Brian Eno so much, but
yeah, like
he comes into, for someone that I listen to Eno more than most people I know, and I know you probably don't listen to Eno that often, but for two people that don't really listen to him that much, we talk about him almost constantly, which is kind of nice.
Might be the only human who's been mentioned on every single episode of this show.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the fact that we draw cards from a deck that he made, that helps.
That does
that
help,
he gets mentioned every time.
But also
that we have a segment that features
features his bald head. So today's a very simple one, and one that I probably would have ruminated on deeply this morning had I read it while I was laying in bed. And it says, "Don't break the silence. Don't break the silence," which is interesting. It's an interesting one. For musical purposes, that's an interesting card. I was to tie into something I was listening to this morning, though. Speaking of the Eraserhead dub stuff, there's a section in one of the Eraserhead songs that came up in the playlist this morning, and like there's this whole part in it where, to me, I haven't listened to it in a long time, and to me, I was listening to it and I was like, dude, Nate, you're lost. The dub has lost the thread. There's no musical like anchor anymore. Like I can't find the beat, I can't find the rhythm. This dub is just, it's so gone that like I don't know where in the song we are anymore. Like it's just fucking out. It's just way out at the end of a rope, you know. You
mean this was your thought process while you were dubbing it?
While I was listening to it today.
While you're listening to it, okay.
Like while I was dubbing it, I distinctly remember, kind of feeling that way, like, oh shit, I'm losing the thread here. Like,
okay.
I'm letting this get too out of control, where I don't even know where in the song I am anymore.
Yeah.
And I was listening to it, and there's whole stretch. It's like an 7 or 8 minute dub track, and there's whole stretches of it where it's like really quiet, and I'm just like, what's happening right now? Like, what the fuck is this? You know? And at first I was like, oh my God, this sucks. I should have kind of really like kind of gone back and made this a little more interesting. But at the same time, then it picked back up in a really interesting way because it was so lost.
Which one? What's the title of this one?
It's one of the Eraserhead ones. I don't remember exactly which song it is, but it's like 8 minutes long or something. Let me see if I can find it.
It's the long one on Eraserhead.
Yeah, one of the longer ones. It's a dinner dub. So there's I think there's 2 different sections in that one where it's just like, it just feels totally lost. And actually, to the song's benefit, because of these crazy weird long stretches of like just like sound effects happening, or just like, you know, it's like very non-musical in parts. It's super unique in my catalog, and it makes for a really kind of exciting performance in retrospect. So it was like I went full circle listening to it this morning because I haven't heard it in forever. And I was like, at first I was like, oh my God, what the fuck are you doing? And then I was like, whoa, like that's actually kind of cool. Like just to let it like kind of hang out there, like the anticipation of it all, you know.
So that was a time when you did not break the silence.
I didn't break the silence, and I actually thought it was really cool.
Wow.
And one of my self critiques that I give, it's a note I give myself all the time, and I never fucking listen to myself, is my dubs, in my opinion, tend to be too busy. Like I'm constantly doing a delay throw on something. Like something's getting fucking affected all the time. My hands are always moving. I'm trying to keep it interesting when, like, I always forget that like it's already interesting. It's ABBA in dub. Like it's a reggae song of the Beach Boys or whatever. You know what I mean? It's already hooked you in if you're listening to it. You know, it doesn't need all these bells and whistles necessarily to keep being interesting. You can just kind of sit back more. But I have trouble actually doing that. One, because it's just fun, and two, because there's this nagging like kind of anxiety in the back of my mind when I'm doing a dub mix where I'm like, it's not dub unless I'm dubbing something. Like something has to be going on. But one of the things I want to get towards doing more often is, instead of relying so much on delay and you know, all that kind of big, noisy, loud type of stuff, is just taking things away and letting that be the dub. You know what I mean? Just removing things and that's it. You know, and just
very zen,
being a little more subdued about it. So anyway, that's kind of my take on that card. Is don't break the silence could mean a lot of things, you know. So it's an interesting one, and one that actually I think is really applicable to studio stuff, even though you're making music. So it's like you kind of want to break the silence, right? You don't want to not. You don't
Dead air.
Yeah, exactly. Dead air is not good. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that one? Do you have anything springs to mind when you think of don't break the silence?
Yeah, especially since I know, like, you know, I'm already in the headspace of the thing that we're going to be recording today, one of the things that we're going to record in a bit here is like a Brian Eno like synth soundscape, which is one of my favorite things to do.
Cool.
You know, it's like whole layers of, you know, like a sound design moment of a bunch of synthesizers and stuff. I just love doing that.
Very good at that.
And thinking about doing it, one of the challenges is, much like how you're saying about your dubbing, one of the challenges is to resist the urge to get too busy.
Yes.
Because you listen to, like, Brian Eno's stuff, Vangelis' stuff, like, there's like 10-second moments of just a chord lingering.
And it's powerful. It's so strong.
Yeah.
It's such a confident, like, move to do that. Like, you have ultimate confidence in your material if you can just let it hang.
Because they've chosen the quality of this sound.
Yeah.
That is going to linger for a moment. And so they let it be good. They let it sound good before bringing in another element later on.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like, one of the tendencies that I have that I gotta keep in check a lot of the time is to just slap on another layer.
Yeah.
Maybe out of some kind of like worry that it sounds boring or it doesn't sound interesting enough or whatever, you know what I mean? So even though it's not silence, literally silence, but it sometimes, like, when just a synth chord is just lingering like that and it's just established a bed, it's sort of like
that becomes the baseline that is silence.
That's the silence. That's the nothing is happening.
Exactly.
Because you know, when you think about it, it's like when you're out in nature or something, like if you're in a forest enjoying the silence, it's not silent.
No.
It's full of noises of insects, of wind, of leaves, of water running somewhere. It's not silent. There's sounds happening, but they're constant. It's a bed of sound.
Yeah.
That we call silence. We've never experienced silence.
Yeah. No.
Ever.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to. Have you heard of like being inside an anechoic chamber?
I've been in an anechoic chamber. Yeah.
I couldn't do it. The moment I read that you can hear your own heartbeat, you can hear the blood vessels in your own ears, I was like, never need to experience that ever. Just don't ever need to do that. It's good.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating.
God,
it's pretty crazy.
I can't imagine.
But like they'll tell you when you go there, even that is it's kind of like how they say like 0 degrees Kelvin is impossible or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the coldest, it's an approaching zero thing. There is no zero.
It's like dividing a number in half. You'll never. You're just gonna. The number's just gonna get infinitely smaller, but it's always gonna be something. It's never gonna be true zero.
Which reminds me of something that I was thinking about yesterday. This is a true tangent. This really has nothing to do with anything, but it's just I think it's really interesting, and it makes me think of it. Have you ever heard of Zeno's paradoxes of motion?
No. Zeno.
Zeno.
Is this extreme Brian Eno?
Brian Zeno.
90s Eno?
This is this Brian Eno's Scientology name.
New Zeno fruit roll-ups.
It's like Zima. I get it.
Yeah. Or just like 90s extreme.
Oh yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Diet, Eno Zero.
Yeah.
No, he's ancient Greek philosopher.
Okay.
And he presented all these different paradoxes. These like situations, these like thought experiments that basically say that everything that we understand about motion and the physical world is actually impossible.
Okay.
Makes no sense. And so your thing about dividing a number in half forever makes me think about this thing. So he has this. So imagine this. You take a bow and an arrow.
Okay.
And you shoot the arrow at a tree.
Okay.
Okay. Now, as we know, the arrow's going to hit the tree, right?
I'm starting to think that maybe I don't know that.
But it does. Like we can observe it hitting the tree. But that doesn't make any sense.
Why?
It should be impossible. It should never hit the tree because you release the arrow. Okay. Now it's 10 meters away.
Yeah.
At some point in time, it needs to be half that distance.
Yes.
And at some point in time, it needs to be half that distance.
Right.
And then at some other point in time, it needs to be at half that distance, right?
Yes.
And then at another point in time, it needs to be half that distance.
Right.
So since that's true,
I get what you're saying.
it's impossible for the arrow to ever reach
hit
because there will always be a time when the distance between the arrow and the tree needs to be half.
Yes.
And then no matter how small that is, before it touches the tree, it first needs to be half that distance.
Yes.
Forever and ever and ever and ever. So if you think about it,
that's the most annoying
the arrow
paradox.
should never be able to reach the tree.
That is maybe the most annoying paradox of all time. I can't.
I know.
I'm so glad we
Get
don't
that
live
out
in
of
a
your
world.
brain.
I'm so glad we don't live in a world where every time you shoot an arrow, it just like
just hovers. The world is just full of arrows, just like floating in the air.
Oh man. Yeah. Wow. If you thought the Hawkeye was useless to the Avengers before, his arrows don't even hit people.
Zeno's Hawkeye. Just like the most useless.
Zeno's Hawkeye. Oh my god.
But
Zeno should be Hawkeye's like arch nemesis. Like there should be a Hawkeye movie where his nemesis is Zeno, and he goes, "Ha ha, ha ha!" But do your arrows really hit
you? You weren't expecting me. Paradox.
Oh my god! Wow, what a brain pretzel that one is. That's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, because it makes it like, like the fact that arrows hit trees makes no sense.
Right. Now that not making sense makes sense to me. I get it.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
But they so an anechoic chamber. What an anechoic chamber is?
I was going to say we should explain this.
So like we were saying, there's no place on Earth where there's silence. You know, not only are there sounds everywhere on the planet wherever you go, but also whatever environment you're in, there's sound is bouncing off of things. Even if you're out in an open field, this sound is bouncing off the ground and everything, right? So there's acoustics. There's acoustic phenomena happening wherever you are all the time ever. So something that a lot of companies who make speakers do, because they like to get really scientific about how they test the speakers and measure what is coming out of the speaker without the contamination of the acoustics of the room that the speaker is in that you're testing it with, right?
Right.
So they build these things called anechoic chambers, meaning a chamber without echoes.
Yeah.
And they're specially made where you're standing. The floor is like wire, is like chicken wire, right? So that you can make the floor and the ceiling and all the walls out of this special shaped, special acoustic foam that is designed to make there be as little reflections, as little acousticness as possible.
Yeah.
And so, you know, like the Arrow, they will tell, right, exactly, Andy. The crossbow bolt should never be able to hit the arrow or his face either.
Wow.
But they'll tell you they get the room as close to silence as they can.
Yeah.
But it's not quite, but it is down to the point where, like, dude, you can't tell.
Hear anything. Yeah.
It's crazy.
And it's so quiet that you do start hearing your own bodily functions inside your own body.
Right.
Which to me is fucking disgusting.
You go in there, you close the door, and now that all of the other sounds have gone away, the loudest thing, the thing that is making the most sound is your blood pumping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably blinking. So it's like fucking torture. Like imagining that, it sounds like torture to me. Like if you've ever walked into,
are you do you have like a claustrophobia thing?
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, not happy at all when I'm in an enclosed space. And also just being aware of my own body to that degree makes me very uncomfortable. It's more of that than any claustrophobia. It's more just like, oh, I heard my eyes blink. Like it's like, fuck, dude, no, I don't want to fucking think about that shit. Like God, you know. Yeah, it's bizarre.
Yeah.
But yeah, good shit.
Well, thanks, Brian Zeno, for that card.
Yes, indeed.
And we'll keep that in mind as we're recording.
Absolutely. So let's do mailbag now, and then we'll get into
mailbag.
And then we'll get into some of the low stuff. Let me switch over to this. Give me 1 second, y'all. This is the stuff I should like absolutely have ready before, and then I don't. So
yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
I'm getting started on my synthscapes here.
Do it, yeah. So this mailbag comes from Groove Stranger. So I'll read it today. Hey Nate, I was looking at some guitar stuff and saw something cool you might appreciate. These guys are making modern versions of Spender. They're making modern versions of Fender Spring Reverb tanks. It's real analog stuff. Very cool. So me and Brandon have stuff like this with Benny Dub, but I thought, why not? Let's show off Surfy Industries and some of their cool spring reverb tanks that they make.
This is interesting.
Super cool
Surfy
stuff.
Bear.
Yeah, so let's check out some of their products. Surfy Bear Classic. Also, we're not sponsored by Surfy Bear. We just think this is cool. Definitely want to check it out. Haven't told Brandon about this yet. For those of you who don't know what this is, these are actually these are major components to not only like some of our main like dub gear. Like right now, here's the sound of my spring reverb.
And this is my spring reverb.
Yeah. So basically what's going on is inside of this unit, you can see I'm pointing at it with my actual finger. Like
You're pointing to your monitor.
I'm pointing at it with my finger. So as you can see, if you look at the center of the unit there, there's actual little springs inside.
You're still pointing. I love it.
Just
It's
gonna
so
kill
good.
Brandon. That's all. But it's okay. So
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So there's actual springs inside
I
of
love
the unit. They're about a foot long. Usually they're like 6 inches long, and there's like two connected. And basically,
Yeah.
what you're doing when you're hearing this sound is the way this reverb is created is this is the sound of my voice traveling through a physical spring. So that's what it means when we talk about a spring reverb.
It makes that springy
There you go.
type of sound
Yeah.
as the sound goes through it.
It's pretty fascinating because it sounds like a huge room or something. It sounds like a chamber or some kind of big room, but it's really just a fucking spring. It's like a slinky, It's like a
here.
little slinky.
Let me let's see. I can do this too. I can like play some drums through it.
Nice, yeah. Oh yeah.
So this is drums without a spring. And then this is if we put
Yeah. That's just the spring.
yeah, this is the sound of what's going through the spring. And so that is like a really crucial aspect of the reggae sound, the dub sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the cool thing about these units that I really like is it's basically it's one unit with the spring in it as well.
Yeah, it's all
which is super cool.
self-contained.
Yeah, it's
it
all
looks like it's like
self-contained.
really well made because a lot of these things, like the way that most people use them, the way that we use them, also is kind of in a bare bones way, where that little chamber that has the springs in it is a standalone thing, and it's connected with sort of like low grade wires
Yeah.
in a way, and this is like housed nicely.
Yeah, like one of the things, like
It's got controls on it.
yeah, it's super cool. Which I really like that about these units. Like ours, the Bendy Dub ones that we have, which I love, by the way, not complaining at all about anything that Bendy Dub does.
Yeah,
but
Benny Dub
they're
is
just
a company that deserves some big ups from us.
Major love, yeah. But it's a totally different idea. It's basically like a standalone box. Here, I'll show. I can kind of show it. So it's very dark, but so this is the Bendy Dub Spring Reverb. I can't really show it better than that without unplugging all my shit.
Yeah, that's okay. What about the website?
Yeah, we can check out Bendy Dub. Let's do it. So yeah, it's like a standalone unit that then has an external spring instead of one built
Yeah.
in. And the cool thing about that, yes, it's a little less cleaner than a standalone unit, and it probably, the standalone units probably have less noise, interference, less all kinds of stuff that could kind of that could make this one a little more complicated. The cool thing about having a separate unit is, like, for me, like, I have multiple springs. Like I have a
exactly,
short
yeah.
spring, I have a long spring. I have so yeah, as you can see on this one, here's the spring, or here's basically the preamp for the spring, and it's got all your controls and all that fun stuff. And then you have an external spring that you plug in. So like you could have, they kind of explain it here. You could have a really long spring for really long reverbs. I have like, I think the one I have is like this. It's like a 2-spring long chassis, and then I've also got a shorter spring as well. I like the long one a lot better.
Maga Duppy, I don't know what you have on your shopping list and on your like next gear that you're gonna get for your dub rig,
Yep.
but
This should be at the top of your list.
this should be at the top. This
Yeah.
is like, this is the sound.
Yeah, absolutely.
And once you get that real spring in there, it'll blow your mind. It's
Yeah.
like it's a game changer.
Absolutely.
Like it just makes all your dubs sound like
Legit.
10 times better.
Yeah, it sounds way more authentic
Yeah.
with those.
Because they like how I was talking about the tape echo thing last week, how I'm a huge believer in plugins and emulations of analog gear, but the tape echo is a thing that, in my opinion, nobody has been able to recreate yet.
Mhm.
The real thing.
Yeah.
Spring reverb is another thing
Big
that is like
time.
that I in my opinion, nobody has nailed it yet.
No. Yeah.
And there
I
is no
agree.
substitute.
Yeah, I remember when I first found like a spring reverb plugin, I was like, oh my God, finally, this sounds like real reggae. And then I got a real spring reverb,
Yeah. It's
and
like,
the
"Oh,
spring
never mind."
plugin was like, I never even thought about it ever again.
Yep. Same.
It was over after that. And then we've got one more mail. So thank you, Groove Stranger. We appreciate that, man.
Thanks for sharing.
And then Andrew Wright, coffee or tea? Well, I think it's pretty clear we are a tea-based podcast show. Or sorry, coffee.
I was like,
Yeah, no, we this is a coffee show. This is a coffee
Yeah.
show. Take your tea bullshit elsewhere. We don't need you. Just kidding. Tea's fine, but I prefer coffee.
yeah, I do drink tea. I do enjoy tea, but the thing that is the daily,
Yeah.
the regular, the always there every morning coffee, definitely.
Same.
I do enjoy tea. I do enjoy both, the standard, hey, give me some black tea, a little sugar, a little milk, the UK style. And some other kinds too. Like sometimes when I'm here at home and I like got stuff to do, like I can't lay down yet, but I'm feeling extremely tired. A lot of times, instead of coffee, I'll do 1 bag of green tea and 1 bag of yerba mate together.
Ooh, wow. It's like a tea suicide.
Yeah. And yes, I love yerba mate. That, I mean, I guess technically that's a tea, right? I mean,
Kinda, yeah.
it's a plant that you chop up and put in hot water and
Yeah.
drink. Isn't that like
That
the
tracks.
definition of tea?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
To me, yerba mate always is like I associate that with like kind of pro or prebiotic type stuff, which always makes me think of I don't know what the fuck, kombucha.
Kombucha.
Yeah, which is a different thing. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
tea.
it's not related, but yeah, it is like a like a jungle beverage that
Yeah,
we drink now.
right.
Yeah. But yeah, coffee every morning, but these days only in the morning.
Yeah,
I never drink coffee past that point these days. But
I've been getting later and later. Coffee is just becoming like, fuck it,
like
going to the bar.
multiple cups all day.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm going out tonight. Let's have a cup of coffee first, because I'm
Wow.
I feel like an old man now. I can't
It-
even like go out.
It loses its effectiveness for me. Like,
Oh,
past-
Emilio's in the chat.
oh, Emilio. What's up, Emilio?
You do add tea to kombucha, though. Interesting.
Oh, do you?
I actually have never done that. So
So is that what the finished kombucha beverage that's in the bottle that we buy, is that what it is? It's kombucha with tea in it?
interesting.
Is that what it is? It is kind of tea colored.
I really hate to rip us away from probably one of the most thrilling and interesting topics we've ever covered on the show, tea or coffee. But
yeah, no, this is the important stuff right here.
This is the good stuff. Let's dig into these new songs, the new music.
Thank you for the question, Andy.
Yeah, thanks, Andy.
Thanks for scraping the bottle, the bottom of the barrel to to provide a question there. Thank you.
Yeah, Groove Stranger 2. Thanks for the question. It wasn't even a question. Just thanks for pointing us in that direction.
That was Groove Stranger. No, Groove Stranger with the spring.
Groove Stranger did the spring.
Andy with coffee or tea.
Andy with coffee.
Last thing on coffee or tea. On the topic of coffee, the coffee that I really want to try, and I will go all the way to Germany to try it if I have to. I want to try Andy's coffee.
Oh, fuck yeah. Totally.
Andy's a coffee meister.
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome. Yeah, we were talking before the stream started, me and Andy, quite a bit. Yeah, if we ever make it out to Germany, Andy's going to be our first call, like for sure.
We will.
He sent me...
We will. Let's not even if it.
That's true.
We will.
Yes, we will. He even sent me down a little Google rabbit hole of this bar there called the Yam Bar. And it's like it's basically like an outdoor bar that is like the whole outdoor area is just sand. It's like a beach. It's like a beach in the middle of Berlin. And it's a pure like reggae dub bar. So it's like just tons of fucking reggae heads there just listening to dub. And he was saying if Black Market ever did a live thing in Berlin, that's where it would go down for sure.
Well, let's do it, man. Let's book it. I mean,
yeah,
it's as simple as that, dude. Like,
it's true.
If we can get some kind of tape-based or computer based playback and some gear, pack up our springs and our delays,
all I'd really need to do
head out there, book some gigs.
It could be as simple as bringing my digital only setup where we got an Ableton session with all the stems for the full set, and I bring my little Ableton controller that I used to use and just have digital verb, digital delays, and just do it that way. And that could be a really easy portable Black Market show where I need 2 pieces of gear and a computer charger to play a show. Which would be pretty sweet.
And then do you have like a couch or a spare room that that me and Nate can sleep on together, Andy?
Yeah, can we sling coffee for you?
Only one. It has to be the same twin size bed or couch.
Yes, Brandon and I insist.
Yeah, we need to be close.
Yeah, we miss each other. So come on, help us out, Andy. I'm
sending the link to my mom so she can join the stream.
Oh, cool, nice.
Yeah. All right, so should we see what we got to work on today?
Yeah. So, have you added anything to Golden Years yet, or are you still working on that one? Okay. So maybe we just dive into the new one then, the low one or whatever. Unless you want to work on Golden Years one on the stream, but it's totally up to you. You can work on either one. But
my brain is already into this low thing, and we spent all that. We talked about low for like 20 minutes.
That's true. That's true. That'd be the shittiest lead-in of all time if we didn't actually show this stuff.
We got to retrofit our ramblings to make them be relevant and make it be. See, we were on task. See,
it's risky enough that I've started like announcing the title of the show on Mondays when the stream's on Thursdays. I'm like, we'll do glam stuff, I guess. I don't fucking know what we're gonna do on Thursday. Like, I guess we'll do glam.
Yeah, here we have welcome to the show where we need to fulfill on what Nate made up on Monday,
like 4 days ago.
That's what we're doing today.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to play it, or do you I have it here. I have it ready.
Yeah, go for it. If you've got it ready and you're gonna start the tracking process, then go for it. And if we get to me tracking stuff, I'll bring up my shit and get my guitar ready and all that.
Hang on. I was gonna share my screen, but my Discord is wigging out, and all of the buttons are blank now.
Oh boy.
So I don't know how.
We could just lose you for a second and you could relaunch Discord. We're not going to lose
Okay.
your audio.
Okay. I'll be visually right back.
All right.
So maybe you could tell us about like what this synthscape is going to be like, because there's a rock song,
Yes.
but we're doing something else too.
Yes.
Like,
yeah. So
tell
my
us
idea,
what the F?
my idea for this is to basically have a track that is like kind of a little microcosm of the album Low in one song. So, for those of you that are familiar with the album Low, we talked about it earlier on the stream today. Basically, the first like side A of Low is very rocky, rock funk. It's very Bowie. It's what you'd expect in the progression of Bowie up to that point, right? But the second half of Low is this wild, totally out of left field, Brian Eno inspired, Brian Eno collaboration, really, like synth soundscape, ethereal, dark, brooding. It's like completely the polar opposite of the first half of the album.
It sounds like the soundtrack for like a nature documentary or like a documentary about space that was produced in the
totally
late 70s or something.
Yeah, like a nature documentary about like animals that have no empathy or something. That just like eat and murder each other with no regard for anything else.
So a nature documentary.
Yeah, exactly. So any nature documentary. So
the nature documentaries rarely showcase the compassion.
Yeah, the nature
that's going on out there in the wild.
The nature documentary where the cheetah goes, "Oh no, you go ahead and have a drink, alpaca. Please, no, go ahead. Yeah, no, I'm thirsty too. I'll go after you." Your audio just dropped out. There you are.
Whoa,
you're back.
Okay. Yep.
So yeah, my thought being, instead of doing a song inspired by the first half of Low and another song inspired by the second half of Low, I was thinking, let's make one song that's kind of a little microcosm of Low itself. So we do maybe introduce something that sounds kind of like side B, but the meat of the song sounds very much like side A. And then at the very end of the rock part of the song, we bring back in that synthy soundscape thing that we just touched on at the very beginning of the song. So the song that I took inspiration from and kind of used as a template for this sound-alike was Speed of Light, which is the first song off Low. It's an instrumental song. Really, the rest of the song, we're going to have Brandon start it at the very least. And I already love what he's doing. We could just use this. If only I wasn't yapping this whole fucking time. We could just pull the audio.
This is my Eno documentary soundtrack to what you're explaining, man.
It's amazing. It's perfect, actually. You should just be recording.
I'm kind of happy with this.
Yeah, so we're going to tease this type of vibe in the beginning, what Brandon's doing. Then probably do some other synth layers in the middle. And then at the end, we're going to bring it back to this kind of synthy stuff. So it'll be interesting. It's going to be a unique song amongst this group of songs.
Yeah, and then so this is the rock stuff. So this is all Nate. This is some drums and Nate playing bass and guitar.
So here's kind of a simple intro.
Lead in. What key is this in?
I want to say this
Guitar sounds so good. The phaser.
It's so awesome.
So that's another piece of analog gear that you have that kicks the crap out of emulations. Is the real analog phaser.
Well, actually, this one is not the analog phaser.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So which phaser? So this is a plug-in?
That is...
oh, look at me.
Oh, my God. I fucking turned on some stupid thing. Hold on.
I've been duped. I've been had.
So that is
Phase Mistress?
Sound Toys. Yeah, the Sound Toys.
Nice,
phaser.
man. All right, so that's the Sound Toys. Man. Sounds amazing.
So this part, it's C, A, D, G.
Okay. All mage.
Yeah.
Okay. So, should we make our crazy synth shit first?
It's totally up to you. Yeah, whichever you're feeling more. It seems like you had a really good feel for the synth stuff, like right at the top. I would check out the end where the rock stuff ends as well, because what I'm thinking of is we could either, like, what I could do is just kind of repeat the last section and just basically treat the rock thing as a track that we fade out of, and the synth stuff is just overlaid over that during the fade out. I think that would be kind of a cool way to do
A little
it.
crossfade back into documentary land.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, very similar to the other one.
So good. I love this, man. So this is the end.
Yeah, so it just is a very abrupt. So I was thinking you could either just repeat the bass and guitar stuff, like literally just copy and paste it over, and then just pull it back, the whole thing. But the drums also do an interesting thing there where they switch to a different groove, and it's on the hi-hat. So it's like very abrupt. I was almost thinking a really just sharp, abrupt change could be really, really cool too.
Yeah. Or it's just kind of like, here. Let's try this. Let's bring in, we could put Crystallizer on the drums. Should have the drums go alone right here, kind of solo right here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Have some sort of.
Oh, that's so sick. Yeah, so this is
that low sound.
This is the low drum sound, big time. It's so good.
Let's put this effect on it.
You know what else I would put on it too? Put on the default micro shift, or is it default, or it's the one that is like man, I'm forgetting exactly the setting. It's a preset that is like, it's not default, but it's like H3000, like just kind of regular or something like that.
It's like a preset that has that name.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Is it microshift or little microshift?
I would use microshift, just the regular one.
Okay.
But that crystallizer is great.
Can you show my screen that I'm showing, just so that
absolutely.
people can see what we're putting on here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's show and tell. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Join me, won't you?
There we are.
Okay. So
Perfect.
here, first, let me show the crystallizer thing. What was that sound?
That's just Discord being like, "What's up?"
Well, hi there. Okay, so let's see. So first, this is that effect that we put on the drums. Crystallizer. So this is a plugin that basically emulates this hardware unit. It's called the Eventide H3000.
Exactly.
It's a harmonizer. It's a very unique effect, but
It's so sick. You're right. That is the low drum sound.
this is the low drum sound.
Yeah. So for us,
So now we're putting on microshift,
we're
which Nate
like-
is suggesting here.
or
this one.
or just
Oh,
check out both of them. Where is it?
yeah.
Keep going up. Which one is it? Go back down. Might be like in the middle. Microshift Classic.
Oh,
So for me, I had read that this was the maybe like like bypass one and show the other one.
Okay, so this is just the micro shift. Here, let me pin them so that they're both up here.
Yeah.
So the crystallizer is out now.
Yeah.
So this is just the micro shift.
Yeah. All right, now let's A/B that with crystallizer. Kind of thinking crystallizer now, actually. To me, it's like the top end and the space of micro shift I really like, but the crystallizer has that flubby bottom end that is like part of low.
Yeah, it's on the snare when it goes dew.
Yeah.
It's like a pitch down thing.
Yeah.
Let's see what other.
That's wild. That
Cool
sounds
drums.
That sounds less like incorporated though. That sounds like two different like things happening.
Yeah.
So wild.
If you guys can listen if you're able to listen in headphones, this shit is trippy.
That's awesome. And crystallizers, technically, it's a delay. It's not even like a, it's. I don't know a lot of people that use it as a straight delay, but that is like kind of technically what it is, right?
Yeah, right. It's a sampler delay. So it grabs samples of the input sound, and then delays them, and modulates them and changes them in all kinds of weird ways. So yeah,
Super fucking cool.
Yes, yeah, it's like a trippy, unique take on a delay. But I
kind
think
of am feeling crystallizer. I think you're right on that one.
I think the answer lies in between. So let me wet it up a little bit here, because this stereoizes it.
It does. Yeah, right about there, 11 o'clock.
So that's with it off. This is coming in with it on.
Yeah, the micro shift has the top end that the crystallizer doesn't. But the crystallizer has the pitch down snare and kick thing that is really cool. But we've been talking about maybe figuring out this kind of thing for our overall drum sound, possibly for the whole record.
Yeah.
Depending on how appropriate it is for different songs, but
I don't even let's see what it sounds like when it's in here with the bass and the guitars, because this might be just an effect that we want to turn on at the end when the drums go solo.
Sure.
But let's see.
I have a feeling it's gonna sound dope altogether.
This already sounds really cool. This kick drum intro, it sounds nice.
Yeah. And these drums are completely unmixed.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Absolutely needs to be there.
We get a better balance that features the drums more.
Yeah, definitely. Also,
Here,
I'm
just gonna put Decapitator on it just so that it's all featured nice and
yeah,
clear.
because there's nothing's happened to these drums. I just sent them to you like straight how they work. There we go. That's love right there. So good. I'm wishing, and I may still do this, I'm wishing I put a third center guitar in that was just more I don't want to say droney, but just more of like a bed, like that was not so much like lines like these ones are the whole time, but like more like chord stuff.
Yeah, that's a good
like
idea.
I probably will still do that.
Yeah.
I think I wanted to just give you space first to see what you were, because you may very well add some kind of synth pad or something that will, I may hear that and be like, oh, it doesn't need another guitar now, because I listen to the song pretty carefully and I don't think there's a third guitar. I do. There is definitely two guitars, and I I don't know if they're the same type of guitar setup as the Golden Years thing, but that's what I did for this. I was like, dude, that sounds so fucking good. I'm just doing the same Golden Years shit, like half cocked wah, phaser, distortion, done. One's a Les Paul, one's a Tele, and you're done. That's the Bowie, that's the Bowie sound.
It really is amazing how as soon as you do that, it just sounds correct. Like these guitar tones. You know, without even knowing any of the info of how it's done, it just sounds right.
Yep.
Correct to that era, and I mean, hey, that's the benefit of the research because you you read about that, right? That the wah pedal in the middle position and all that, right?
Yeah, and it's this kind of stuff that will influence like our further musical work. Like I could see us doing something like we've talked about this in the past, like more with like dub albums, like take a vibe or like try to recreate the sound of a specific dub album in one of our own albums. Like be like, okay, let's do like almost a sound alike of like Scientist vs. the World of the Evil Curse of the Vampires or something. But for this, I could see us doing something like, let's make a dub album and just use all of the soundscapes and timbres and sounds of Low, but not reference Low, not try to make a rock album, but like use all these tricks and all these techniques, but just make a dub album or a reggae album. Like that's the kind of stuff I would love to do. And maybe we will. Maybe we'll do that in the next couple albums or something.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
So this is where it goes away to drums. Yeah.
So yeah, I could hear either just like synth, very like a brand new synth, just exactly, very abruptly coming in right here. So good. Already I love this.
Synthesizer, but yeah.
So you could either literally like duplicate the drum performance from the moment it ends. If you want more. All right, can you not hear me? Me? Oh, something's going on in Source Connect. Hold up, everybody.
You.
Oh. Whatever. Something happened. What's going on with Source Connect today?
I don't know. Yeah, the application that we use to connect our sound is wigging out.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, everyone should know, so there's a big storm happening right now in Nashville. Typically when that happens, we lose power. It's like basically flooding outside my house right now.
Oh my God.
It happens all the time. Whenever it rains, it's like this. So it's not a big deal or scary or anything. But on the off chance that we do lose power today and the stream goes down, I've been recording on my computer this whole time, and my computer's on a battery backup, and it doesn't require internet to record. So at the very least, if it goes down, it's recording on my computer. I'll do whatever until we can get internet back and get Brandon back on or something. But I doubt that's going to happen. But if anything weird happens, that's the stream is not lost.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
All right. So now synthesizer time. So we're using another thing that we're not sponsored by, but we're very happy with. Should
we talk about really like quickly the new Synth Banks that we've gotten a hold of?
Yeah, absolutely. So we got a bunch of like presets. Some people did some very good work got into, so let's see. So this is an instrument pack through Arturia that we have. It's got all kinds of different classic synthesizers. So like this Arp 2600, this is like a very iconic sounding. Let's see if I can actually play them.
Yeah. If you click on the preset, it'll come right up. Yeah, some of them are just straight sequences, which is interesting.
There's this B3, this organ. I was showing you guys that before. There's a clavinet sound. Oh, dude,
that thing's fucking nuts.
It's very nuts. An emulation of a Fairlight CMI2, a CS80,
also nuts.
A DX7. This is like the take my breath away, like 80s romance synth right here.
Yep.
Farfisa organ, the Juno 6. Oh my God, this is everything.
Yeah.
Like
Juno 6 is probably my favorite synth of all time.
This is a very beautiful sounding synth. These days, this is known as the Tame Impala synth.
Totally.
Once you... Amazing synthesizer.
I would imagine like The Weeknd probably uses that a lot. He's a big like 80s sound guy.
Yes, absolutely. A Jupiter 8. Whoops.
Those are fucking nuts. I love the Jupiter 8. And those are like an original Jupiter 8, like from the 80s, are like $30,000. Like they're fucking unreal expensive.
There's a Mellotron.
Yeah, which sounds excellent.
Yeah, which is like a... Oh, can I play it?
Oh, this is the Strawberry Field sound. It might be like register dependent.
Yeah. Very... Keep clicking on the wrong thing. Very classic thing. You got a Mini Moog.
Yep. Awesome.
Modular Moog. An Oberheim synthesizer. This is another really...
Epic synthesizer.
Another really big one. This is... I'm pretty sure the... Like, Jump by Van Halen.
Yeah, I think you're
played
right.
on this, right?
Yeah.
I think that might even be like the first preset that they have on this one.
I bet you it is.
Oh, here it
There's
is.
Jump number 2.
I don't know how to play it, but however you play that.
that was pretty close.
And then, yeah, no, this is a great.
Super good soundscapey synth. Very cinematic.
It's like the Tears for Fears synthesizer. That like half of their music was made on this one, the Oberheim.
There was a
All
Tears
this
for
good
Fears
stuff.
pack, and I forgot to put it in my cart, but it's like $4. Like I'll probably buy it.
Oh God. No.
Well, yeah. Let's
we
show
need
them these
So-
packs that we got.
Yeah. So
those
with
are all
all
the
these different
synths that we
instruments.
got.
Yeah. So do you want to talk about it, or do you? Want
Go ahead. No, yeah.
Okay.
You're going.
So people went through and made different presets for all these different instruments that are from iconic songs and moments from different artists. So like here's a pack of all Kraftwerk stuff. There's John Carpenter synthesizer sounds.
Mm-hmm.
2 packs of Pink Floyd
Those are nuts.
sounds. And dude, look at how right on the money a lot of these are. Like for example, let's see.
Like some of the sequence ones are just
Okay.
Like, yeah, like
This
just yeah, exactly. Like someone made that sequence. It sounds like it might as well be a sample from fucking
Yeah.
Darkside.
That's like exactly it. So there's all kinds of like
Dude, this one. Yep. God, how
yeah.
dope would doing fucking Shine On You Crazy Diamond and dub be? Holy fuck.
Yeah, that'd be
crazy. So good.
There's more Kraftwerk. Michael Jackson.
Those ones are fucking nuts too.
There's a
Like,
lot of
just play the Beat It Gong. The very top one.
Oh, right. Okay, so let's see. Yeah.
So crazy. Yep.
Hell yeah.
And then play the next one, the loop.
Oh yeah, then you got.
I don't know why this loop is so quiet.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, some of these sounds are so loud.
And some are very quiet, yeah. Some of the Thriller ones are fucking perfect.
Yes. I love how they even got, where is it? There's these drums. They even got the like from the intro to, The Way You Make Me Feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god. They have all kinds of things. Whoop. There's a loud one. See? Moroder.
Love Marauder.
Prince. These Prince sounds. Like Dearly Beloved.
Yep.
Let's see. What else is in here? Whoa. There's Beatles sounds.
Mm-hmm.
David Bowie keyboard
These
and
are cool.
synthesizer sounds.
Man, some of these Bowie ones are so cool. And I hope they do another Bowie pack because there's way more they could do.
The bass sound from Let's Dance.
Yep. The stylophone from Space Oddity, like the solo in Space Oddity, is a fucking little stylophone. So cool.
All kinds of good stuff. And then Vangelis
Oh man, I love
stuff.
that.
So the dude who did the soundtrack to like Blade Runner and Chariots of Fire and many other things.
Really good shit.
So I'm thinking that for the song that we're working on right now, I'm imagining using a lot of these.
Cool.
This Vangelis type, like.
I love it. You're fine.
Atmospheric is the word I'm trying to think of.
Ooh, there's a sequence in one of these.
I don't know how to play the thing. But
Are these sequences dependent on the tempo of your session?
I don't know.
I
I haven't figured out how to affect that or how to change that
I'm
yet.
not, of all the stuff you get in these packs, the sequences are the ones I'm the least interested in because unless you're doing a straight cover, it's like I don't really want to just have the sequence, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Atmosphere. Here we go. So this is the one that I was playing on before.
Awesome.
This is kind of what I'm imagining for the bed,
Yeah.
the foundation of it.
Yeah, I love it.
So it kind of sounds like some of the music from Stardew Valley for anybody who
Nice.
plays that game.
I've never heard. I've never played that game, but I've heard great things.
So the entire thing, the whole thing, is made by one person.
Whoa!
It's incredible, including the soundtrack,
Wow.
which is genius. It's all this kind of like.
That sounds incredibly difficult. If you make a game by yourself.
It's pretty astounding. It's like, or FTL, yes, exactly. Emirio. It does sound
What's
like that.
what's FTL? What is that one?
Faster Than Light
Okay.
is another like pixel graphics game, and so yeah, like these kinds of synth sounds have been used a lot in like the pixel graphic video game community, because it's kind of like the Moog Father. Oh, is Bob Moog in the chat now?
Yeah, please come back, Bob.
Yeah. Yeah, the pixel graphic video game people use these types of synthesizer sounds because it's kind of like it's the ear version of pixel graphics. It sounds like what pixel graphics look like, you know?
Yeah. Oh, there's also some other sound bank presets. Like they have like a Mario one. Like, and a bunch of them are free. I need to get the free ones next.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to see the list of what's available, because there's like Tears for Fears, Mario. There's a bunch that are like, oh my god,
Super good.
we need those.
A lot of them are free.
So should I make this synth bed on its own standalone, or because I think that we can just kind of meld it into this drum moment
Yes.
later.
Okay. Yeah, you totally could.
Like make it fade. It starts to fade up here
Yep.
and get mixed, and then it goes into here.
Yeah. And the drums simultaneously will slowly fade out.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I would say, definitely you can play out of time. It might even be good to record it without hearing the drums.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think it'll sound better if it's not in time with the drums, especially if it's only drums left.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like. I kind of like just letting the rest of the band just go away and just having drums remain.
I agree. Yeah, it's so cool sounding, man.
Yeah,
Because especially the beat that it switches to.
totally.
It switches to this kind of.
Yeah. Oh yeah, are you ready? Put your hands together. Let me hear you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Paul Stanley. Let's lick our love guns. Peter Chris.
So, I haven't told that story on this show, have I?
What?
Oh my god, the story of Kiss. So apparently out there somewhere, there is a recording from a Kiss concert.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of those. I think just the audio recordings of classic Kiss concerts. But so Kiss was a band where like everything is pageantry, like the whole show is all choreographed and written and designed out and everything. And there's a portion of the show where Paul Stanley introduces all the members of the band.
Yeah.
You know?
On the bass, Gene Simmons. Yeah.
And so he's introducing everybody.
Yeah.
And he is Paul Stanley. And he goes to introduce the drummer, Peter Chris, and he goes, Paul Stanley! Peter Chris! Yeah!
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
That's
Just
really
like,
good.
I'm going to say my own name.
I have a Kiss.
It's funny.
I have a Kiss story that I'm not even going to go into, but it's just the gist of the story is that they suck. They're just kind of shitty people that I don't care for. Although I like
Kiss.
Kiss Alive is fucking Kiss Alive fucking rules. I love that record, but Kiss.
Did you like meet them or something?
Yeah, and they're not very nice. They were just fucking assholes.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah,
I'm sorry they hurt you.
Yeah, they did. No, it was cool. I mean, it's fucking Kiss. It's awesome, but yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. So I'm even thinking you can move this whole track out, I don't know, 16 bars if you want, so that the start of the rock stuff or that kick drum doesn't come in till maybe bar 16 or bar 8 if you want. And you can have a little moment in the beginning that is just this synthy soundscape stuff.
Yeah. How long are you imagining? Like, how many seconds are you imagining before rock kicks in?
It doesn't have to be very long. It definitely doesn't have to be very long. It could be, 20 seconds, if that.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't have to be super long. We just want to give a taste of the end of the song, right? The end of the song, we can make as long as we want, really. I don't care if that goes on for a few minutes.
Oh, got it.
But the beginning, probably... just a few bars, and then obviously over the 4-bar drum intro as well.
Okay. Well, let me just do the intro and isolation first. Then.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna start with this, since it seems to be working. Seems to be sounding good.
It does.
All right. Not quite. Whoops. Okay.
Whoops.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any whoopses that are...
Oh, yeah.
It's
You're
fine.
liking
it's all good. Yeah. It can literally be anything. Unless you need it to be something super specific because you want to layer it or something.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
No, not really. I just kind of have a vision in my mind. I'm just trying to
Got
paint what I'm hearing.
Got it. All right.
Okay. That's more what I was hearing.
Dig it a lot. That's wonderful.
Okay, so let's see how long is this? This is actually, I could just look in here. It is. That's 1 minute and 3 seconds right there. So let's get a little.
And that's fine. That's not 1 minute's fine. I mean, it's longer than I was thinking, but it would totally work because we got to put spoken word over this stuff, and the spoken word's going to really work well over this stuff specifically.
So maybe actually instead, let me just build like the full one that's like 2 minutes that'll be at the end.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking at the end? 2 minutes?
Sure.
Or how long?
Yeah, 2 minutes would work.
And then for the intro, we can just use part of it or just
Good
like
idea.
the beginning of it,
Yeah.
you know, and then
Okay.
fade up the full piece at the end.
Yeah. All right.
I think that, and that really is probably something that is more the way that it would go if we were in the studio in the 70s. You know, we would like be making something on its own tape.
Yes. Exactly.
And we would play that back in the mixing phase, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, I like that.
Okay. So I'm going to do another layer to continue on from this to kind of make it a bit longer. Oops, my microphone is open.
Nice.
Okay, so that can be the bed for the full thing. So is this does this sound like low basically?
So, okay, let's listen to it. Let's just listen to it back a little bit. Cuz I do have I do have some thoughts.
Okay. Tell me.
So my first thought would be, this sounds the good things about it sounds very dreamy. It sounds very freeform, which I think is good.
Yeah.
I think it could sound, and I don't mean in a timbre sense or a synthesizer selection sense, but I think more from like a compositional sense, it could be a little darker, a little more like menacing, which would give it a bigger contrast to the rock stuff, which is very like up and more like happy sounding. This is very like, it's ethereal and dreamy, which I really love. But if you listen to some of the low stuff, it's like really dark. It's like very, like almost scary sounding.
Yeah.
Which I think would be kind of cool. And it's also, it's a little slower.
Okay.
Not that this is fast, because it's really not, but
it is slower than this.
it is slower than this, yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right.
But overall, you know, really great.
Okay.
I think this could be, we could totally use this really. This still sounds like the stuff from the second half of Low, but the one I'm thinking of is Warsaw, which is the one that is just like dun 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 dun. Like it's like this really fucking dark, kind of scary, like overbearing kind of sound. Go like 20% slower even. Yeah.
What's that Eno card say?
Don't break the silence. Yeah. And I think this will give you more room if you want to layer it with textures.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So textures won't be stacking. They'll be like alternating.
Yeah, they'll be playing against each other. They'll be playing with each other.
Yeah.
Like, because think about, remember the time we had that question about tape machine stuff or whatever, and I was talking about how one of the coolest things Eno did on his first ambient album was he just made these really slow musical passages as tape loops, and then he just let them play. You know, he made the tape loops different lengths, so they would just play and intermingle with each other. You know, that it only works because of how slow and sparse the different parts are. That's what allows them to fit as this weird evolving puzzle piece thing. Let me switch here.
Slow, sparse.
Yeah.
I gotta get a little less.
If you do this pass very slow and sparse, you can do another very slow and sparse layer that will, and they will be able to work together better, I think.
Okay. All right, so yeah, I got my start point and my end point here on my timeline so that I can see when it's like how far I gotta get.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it. Chords.
Chords are good. Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
But yeah. Looks like we lost your Discord.
Yeah, something weird happened.
Yeah. It looks like your Discord
Oh,
off or something.
I accidentally pressed the button.
Self-destruct button.
That's interesting because so what it was is my key command to make it record
Oh, it's like a Discord
in
button.
Reaper is the same key command to reload. R for record in Reaper is R for reload in Discord, so
Weird.
it just reset itself. Okay.
All right.
Everything good now?
Yep.
All right.
Keep it going a little longer than 2 minutes, because I think what I'm going to want to do is fade this out as well. And give us just a little passage of just the low end. and then we'll probably be fading out very soon. Yeah, excellent. Loved that.
There were a couple moments in there where I went backwards on the right hand chords, like the established tonality of things. It seemed off-putting to me. To me, they sounded like mistakes. I don't know.
Okay, there was
what do you think?
I couldn't point to you exactly when, but I agree. There was a couple little spots where I was like, okay,
some bad notes in there.
Just a few, but it wasn't awful. I could totally live with that. But if you want to do another pass with kind of all the input I gave you, I think that would be cool.
That's good. Yeah, give me those directions as we go through.
Yeah,
like that.
So I think
that'll get us the winner.
Yeah. So I'll continue to do that, but at the top, before you start this next pass, remember, keep it slow, keep it sparse, and avoid the right hand left hand pattern, right? So allow moments where the right hand is alone and allow moments where the left hand is alone as often as you are doing them sequentially and together, right?
Oh, okay.
And I think that when you layer it will kind of make any kind of things we put on top of this more interesting.
Okay.
And I'll keep chiming in, but I think you've got the idea of what I'm looking for. If I think of anything else, I'll say so.
Yeah. I mean, even if it is stuff that I already do understand, just like to just call out what to do.
Totally. Okay.
So I can follow direction is totally fine.
I'll do it in reverb too, to maintain the vibe.
Oh yeah.
The vibe.
That would actually help.
Right hand alone. Continue playing.
Play the synth more.
Play the synthesizer. Keep it really slow like this. Try it with your right hand, kind of cascade a chord one note at a time. Just low end, left hand. All right, now you can bring the right hand back in. Keep everything together. Let's just do right hand. Back the low end. Let's try those cascading notes again, and then we should be real close to the end. Just let it fade out, find a natural ending rhythm for this. Nice. Really pretty.
Yep.
Excellent. That was so
that's
sick.
The one.
That was super
nice.
sick. Man, that'd be a fun way to just that must be how they made like ambient stuff. Like I can imagine if
someone talking to him.
If you were Bowie, if let's say we're doing low, if you were Bowie, I was Eno. That would
maybe
be
that's how they did it.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, that would be an excellent way to do something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, really happy with that. That was sweet.
So that right there, that's 3.5 minutes.
Perfect. I think that's good because we can take the front half of it, use it at the beginning, and then the rest we can just put at the end.
All right. Let's see here. So now we want to layer some things, eh?
Yeah. So I think what this needs layering wise would be something very shimmery, top heavy, top endy.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking, oh man, like crystally, like
yeah.
I think these could be cool too, but these are more of like a. Let me pull up. That's closer to what I'm thinking of. Keep looking around though.
Oh yeah, not yet. So now we're in the realm of just like preset hunting.
Totally.
Let's see. Here, can you show my screen so we can?
Yeah.
And we can do some preset hunting together. For this one, I want to actually go directly in to these instruments, I think.
Cool.
I want to try possibly the Arp, possibly the CS80. Let's see this one.
Ooh, that's cool. Might be a little busy. I mean, you could use that. I think to me, that's like not a main part of the song. Whoa. Wild. Ooh, that's cool.
This should probably definitely just be floating around in there.
Yeah, easily could be.
Yeah, actually. So, keep the crystally delicate idea in your mind. We're going to come back to that. This is not that, but as does often happen, while I'm searching for a particular sound, I find something else that also needs to be a part of it.
Agreed.
So let's just throw a layer down of this.
Super cool. Super cool.
Yeah, so it can just float in the back.
So I have an
Turn
idea.
it down.
I have an idea for this that I want to. We don't have to do this, but I think this could be very cool. What I want you to try and do is take that whole clip of what you just recorded and shift it either forward or backwards by however many bars you want. So just literally move it out of place. It doesn't even matter where or when or how, but yeah, to remove any semblance of these like being intentionally played together, just get rid of it. Get rid of that as a possibility to enhance the kind of random tape loopness that we're kind of looking for this kind of thing. I think the top end one, I don't think we'll want to do that, but for this one, I think it'll be cooler. If they're just a little, if it's a little more random.
Yeah,
because
make it more swimming.
Yeah, because you're, as a musician, it's like even if you're trying to play out of time, part of you is going. You're gonna play part of it in time. Yeah, and I think this will just introduce a little more chaos to it, which will be cool.
Nice. Okay. I'm just gonna turn it down so it's in the background a bit.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, it's great.
And then I'm gonna put
definitely some verb or something.
Effect. Okay. And definitely this plugin, which you may know.
Oh hell yeah! This is my favorite chorus plugin.
Yes. So this is an emulation of the chorus that's on a Juno 6.
Yep.
Synthesizer, the Tame Impala synth.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right, it does need reverb. So I'm gonna make a reverb track so it'll be shared.
Even if you use your spring, it doesn't really care. I'm like not picky about reverbs. As long as it's there, I love it.
I'm gonna try that. I haven't used the little plate yet.
The what?
This one.
Oh, nice.
Haven't used this one.
Dude, there's some crazy presets on the little plate that are just like out of this world. Awesome.
There we go.
I love this. Like, I would actually listen to this.
Yeah. Okay. So it doesn't need a whole lot more.
Not
but
really,
let's keep
no.
going. Let's keep looking.
So
we do want that.
some
That crystally thing you're talking about.
yeah. Whoa. Stuff like that could even be in it.
Yeah. Just little stabs.
Just little stabs, yeah. And I would do the same thing. If you do little stabs, do them and then just shift them all into weird random spots.
Mess with the pitch like that.
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
Little whale noises.
Groove Stranger, he says, Juno. Hey guys, been lurking today. Work stuff has happened.
Oh.
What is up, Groove Stranger? I don't know if you saw earlier, we checked out that spring reverb stuff you sent us. It was very, very cool. Went on a little spring reverb tangent today. So thank you for that, man. We appreciate it. And good to have you in the chat, man.
Yeah, man. Whole strange groove.
Groove.
All right. Let's put this layer in.
Try one in a higher register too. Yeah, that's cool. That's good shit. Beautiful. That one was cool. Sweet. I would do the same exact thing you did to the other track. Just bury it a little bit, affect it a little bit, shift it.
Okay. Make it interlock. The other one. Yeah. Let's try that.
Yeah. Super cool. That other one you did is just perfect. It's so good.
Yeah, it sounds nice, huh?
Yeah.
It's coming together.
Yeah, so good.
Some whales swimming around back there.
Yeah, dude. You know, we should probably hang on to this track because we could submit this to like a sound library. Somebody
Yeah.
would probably use it.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, it is perfect, like aquarium music.
Are we still gonna like own the rights to this, even though we're selling it? We're doing this for someone else's
That's a good question. I have
project.
no idea
This is
how that will work.
Zia Starlust music.
Yeah, it's probably Zia's to do as she sees fit,
Yeah.
at the very least. But this wasn't exactly hard to do. Could
Yeah.
always do another one.
Yeah, we could do one of these every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my thought for like the top end kind of shimmery stuff is it should have the role of like a piano in like it's not its highest register, but maybe like the second highest register. It should have that, but not a piano. But yeah, not literally be a piano. This is so like Flash Gordon.
Just hearing that, like I can just like imagine the VHS tracking
Totally.
sound on it.
Dude, I have a pretty cool VHS filter plugin that I use for stuff sometimes that is like, oh, it's so fucking cool. It's really, really awesome. I used it on the Stranger Things 2 EP. I did all my mixes, and then I just put this insane like VHS filter on everything when my mixes were done. And it's so fucking cool. I love it.
This is piano-ish.
Oh yeah, that's good. Can you play it a little higher? Don't love. I think that the sound should be pretty like simple, like ooh, afterglow flares. Ooh. That's cool.
You like this one?
I like that.
Let's switch over to the Oberheim.
Okay.
Let's go to a different synthesizer.
Like this top part, I would like you to quote the same kind of cascading chords that you did in the first part. Oh, that's cool. That is almost exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah. So it'll quote those kind of chords, but I don't know if shifting it after you record this part will be the right move or not. It'll be hard to say.
Probably not.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the register I'm thinking.
Yeah, this is it. This is a really good sound.
This is really, really good.
Okay, let's do it.
Say keep this one slow too. We don't want stuff building up too much.
Yeah, just kind of trying to find it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think shifting will be the wrong move on this part, but for it to really work, just keep it very, very sparse, very the length of time between passages long.
It's going to help me to put the spring on. I'm going to record the spring.
Nice.
Also. It's going to help me perform it to have that ambience in there.
Totally.
And then possibly delay.
Yeah, delay would probably be cool. This is the Oberheim synth?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, this is fucking cool.
It's all about the Oberheim, baby.
Yeah, dog.
Okay, so I'm going to record the delay. All three. All right, let's try it.
All right. Very much good. It's really good. It's very like intoxicating. Like like good ambient music. You get lost in it very, very easily, very quickly. It's really good. How do you feel about it? What do you think?
Not sure yet.
Okay.
I mean, I need to find the blend for this first, because
yeah, I agree.
like where I was performing it isn't where it belongs in the mix. But let's see. I'm gonna experiment with panning the source and the delay in different places.
Cool.
Yeah, more like that.
That's right. Yeah, that is much better. Yeah, because the first part has to be the most vocal part,
Yeah.
and the rest of this is just their little sea urchins floating around.
We're gonna experiment with putting that towel chorus on the main part.
Oh, cool.
This might be. Yeah, it makes the bass notes speak better.
Yeah.
There's an issue with the first part is those bass notes are kind of quiet.
Can we fuck around with crystallizer on some of this stuff too?
Yeah.
Let's bring that back into play.
Okay.
Because I seem to remember there's some stuff in crystallizer that is just totally bonkers, and I think
Very bizarre.
when I was thinking of like shimmery top endy stuff, part of me is thinking of some crystallizer things I've heard. So.
Okay.
And even actually the middle part might be a cool one to have crystallizer on.
Which one is that?
Like the second part you recorded.
Okay. I'm gonna set it up as a aux.
Okay, cool.
And then kind of
Smooth crystals. Let's try. Or original crystals.
original.
Interesting.
Sounds like Folgers.
Yeah. Man, I regret naming this stream Glam Rock anything. It should have been called Ambient Day.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, well.
Very glam.
Oh well, sorry everyone.
So glam. There it is.
Yeah, that's sick. Oh my god, yes.
So this is. Okay, so yeah, that long high note one is really feeding into the crystallizer.
Yeah, it's cool as fuck.
Can you see this? My mixer view, what I'm doing?
Yeah,
Can you
yeah,
see
yeah.
it?
We're watching.
Okay.
That's great.
Might be kind of too constant, I think.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
let me
try it on
just
it. Try it on another one.
Scale it back.
Even those stabs could be a good one to put it
Well,
on.
they are. So
Oh, okay.
everything except for the original bed synth is going into the crystallizer.
Got it. Okay.
I'm not using this one. So I'm just feeding it to the crystallizer lower, sending it not as hot.
Got it.
Because yeah, see those are the hits.
Yeah, that's sick.
The stab going into the crystallizer. Let's see what other kinds of crystal sounds there are. So this is smooth crystals. This is already a possible winner.
Multi-octave crystals. What's that about? Oh my god. So now we
Some
went
computer
from
sounding.
underwater to like forest. Sound like crickets or something.
Wow, listen to that. Let's try original. What's the original? Are you aware that you're drinking decaffeinated coffee crystals? What? Oh. This is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Your dreams today brought to you by Black Market and Wise Owl.
Yeah, and I hope everybody, I just imagine like everybody just chilling back on the couch with some tea
Yeah.
today.
Some mushroom tea. I would hope.
Is anybody still awake out there?
Yeah, this is it's really fun to do this stuff, but it is the purpose of this music is to like put people to sleep. Like that's like what it does.
Yeah. So I think it's either original crystals or smooth crystals,
Okay.
personally. What do you think?
I do like this one. It's very subtle. It's nice. It's not super
Yeah.
overbearing.
Yeah, smooth was cool, but
This is kind of better.
it drew a bit of attention to itself.
Groove Stranger says, I actually just made tea. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, you were subconsciously suggested to make tea by this.
Groove Stranger,
sounds.
how is this? Is this terribly boring or is this cool? I think this is really cool and very, very different from anything we've done before. I
Yeah,
think this is,
I'm having
this is
fun.
cool as fuck.
It's not very reggae, but it's
No.
I think it's fun. I like this setting.
I love it. Yeah. And honestly, I would be happy if you sent me just a 2 mix of your balance of this. I would be happy with that. I don't need to fuck around with all the individual parts. I think we've built the balance
Yeah.
together at this point.
Yeah.
And I think we should maintain that because that's going to be the coolest way to have this.
I agree with you.
Groove Stranger says, nah, this is cool. I find all aspects of production interesting, so your non-dub stuff is also great. Awesome. Well, that's great. Thanks, man.
Thanks, dog.
Yeah. We're trying to mix it up. This is why I like doing outside client work on the stream, because you never fucking know what we're going to have to work on. It could be all kinds of weird shit. Super cool, man.
Holy shit.
Love
that is
that.
quite a journey.
Yeah.
I'm just playing it back again just to hear what else we can put in here. Here, I'm gonna...
What?
That's the crystallizer just freaking out.
Oh, yeah. It does that. It's crazy.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put everything to a bus, to a sub mix, so that I can. So this is now everything.
it.
So, well, yeah, and so because I want to put some, I want to process the entire thing as a unit
Oh,
now.
got it. Cool.
Do a little bit of this.
Yeah. Okay, pop quiz, all you bedroom producers out there. Does anyone remember what this plugin does and why is Brandon using it?
Pop quiz.
I can imagine this channel someday, like in like 30 years, it's literally just gonna be like an online course.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, why not?
You know, that can. Hey, I'll say it here first. This idea just came to me that you mentioned it. One of the things that we can offer,
Patrons?
yeah, to patrons, to subscribers, is that you can request a specific like question or tutorial or demo or something. Yeah, technique, some aspect of music production that you want us, and I will literally make a video just for you.
That would be cool.
Showing it. So, let it be known. You can be our patron and do that.
Yes.
What do you think of this sound?
I love it, dude. Yeah,
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, you've done all the heavy lifting on the ambient shit here. Part of me was even thinking we just do a whole song that is just an ambient thing, but I don't know how much. I either think Zia Starlust would get the most use out of that song or no use out of it. I don't know. I might ask her and see what she thinks, but
Yeah. Yeah, because it's so good for spoken word.
yeah, it'll be great.
Okay, so I'm going to freeze. I'm going to print I'm going to do both the plate reverb and the crystallizer, but mainly the crystallizer. Print the audio of what the effect is doing, but the main reason why is because I have no visual cue to be able to tell how far out down the timeline the crystallizer is going to keep going and making sound.
Oh yeah.
After the end, so I need to I need to be able to see
Right.
when does it stop.
That's true.
Because this effect makes noise for
Forever.
a significant amount of time after the song is over.
Yeah.
So let's see what it does.
Cool.
It goes to here. This is the sound of the crystallizer.
Oh man. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
up to there.
It's like pretty much that whole thing.
And since it printed, so now we're, stuck with the one, because it's an effect that sounds a little bit different every time that you play it. So now we're stuck with the one pass. So let's just make sure it's not doing something that we don't want it to do. No, that's exactly what we want it to do.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. It's gonna be random and weird, and if you do it again, it's gonna do something equally weird, the second time. So
Good. Okay, so that's where it ends. All right, so I'm gonna send this to you.
awesome.
Yeah, man.
Awesome. So do you want to listen to it superimposed over like the beginning or the end of the rock thing and just kind of get a little preview of what it'll sound like?
Sure, man.
That would be cool.
Just get my little export going here.
Nice.
Oh, whoops.
What? Oh, is that the
It's
whole
doing
song?
the whole song. I need to do just my time selection.
There you go.
That's all we need. There we go. There's our wonderful waveform of our synthscape that we
Yeah.
made.
Yep. Love it. This was fun.
Very fun.
I hope we have a reason to do more weird ambient shit like this. It's
Yeah.
very cool. Ambient stuff like this, it's I think it would be really fun to ahead of time, like make a very specific set of rules that we have to abide by, or certain things we have to do, or certain things we can't do, and then produce with all that in mind ahead of time. I think that would be a really fun way to make some weird ambient music.
Yeah, roll the dice.
Yeah.
Make some, like, who is that musician who used to, like, he like had like a whole mathematical set of rules, and he would just like literally like roll a dice, and this number means this, and amazing. That's how he would write music.
That sounds incredible. I don't know who that is, but I want to know.
Yeah, it's like probability music.
Whoa, that's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff. Any kind of just weird experimenting kind of things like that, I think is just so cool. It's such a different, weird approach to making music. Even like it'd be fun to explore like now algorithms are making music now that is like super weird and cool. I would love to like feed some music I make into some weird music algorithm, and like whatever it spits out, like release that. I think that would be cool. Like release that and just like never show anyone like what it was, initially.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look into that. That'd be kind of cool. There you go. You've got it.
Let's try this.
Yes,
see what this is like, fam. Fade out should be quite a bit quicker.
I agree. Yeah. Fade out should be quicker, and maybe so if you look at the waveform of the synthy thing, can you start see where I'm pointing again? Jesus Christ!
You're pointing
I'm
at your
such
screen.
an idiot. It drives me insane when I do that. I'm fucking pointing at my own computer and being like, Brandon, do this. Okay, so not that initial first instance of the waveform, but the second one. Oh, wait, no, keep that fade where it was. I fucked up. So
are you talking about this area right here?
No, not that one. The one before that.
This area?
Yeah, that. So start that waveform right when the drums change pattern. I can also,
like this.
I'll wind up doing all this myself anyway, but I just.
Right, yeah. This is just like temp, just so we can hear some shit.
Yeah, I want to hear it. Yeah, let's check.
Like this?
What does that sound like?
Oh, I guess it needs to happen before.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Nice and weird.
Super weird. Wow, fucking cool. And
Something like that. Yeah, we'll massage it.
Yeah, we'll
or
and
you
we'll put and I'll put some at the beginning too. But so just out of my own curiosity, how long is this as is right now, like lengthwise, this song, with the rock stuff, like everything?
So with the rock stuff that goes out to there. So this is without
The intro.
The intro. Let's see.
6 minutes.
No, hang on. We got minute seconds. Oh yeah. Yep,
6
you're
minutes.
right.
Cool.
6 minutes. Yep.
Wow, cool. Well, this will be a long one, but
Yeah, and
awesome.
you can see it's like 50-50.
Totally.
Like
yeah,
the
that's pretty
outro is just as long.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nice, man. Well,
Wow.
oh my God.
Excellent.
I
Excellent.
need to eat
work.
food, man. I'm gonna die if I'm like.
Oh yeah, we're let's wrap this up. So before we go, gotta say thanks to all of our patrons and subscribers on Bandcamp. Sidewalk Andy, Chef Shark, Dub Robot, Horseflesh, Jill McCarty, Martin, Ronnie Joe Grooms, Sam Small, Siri Gessner, William Journey, and all of our under $5 patrons as well. Thank all you guys for being patrons and helping support this show and this music that we're making. And likewise, over on the Bandcamp side, thank you to DPEC, Progzilla, Bob Bell, The Staunton Lick, Robert Dickerson, Mr. Liquid, our very own Wise Owl Sound, DJ Ipsy, NCR Station Manager, and Timothy Rolfing. Thank all you guys on Bandcamp for subscribing for $5 and above. If you want to get a shout out on the show, join our Patreon and or our Bandcamp subscription, and we'll give you a little shout out at the end of the show every week. Likewise, you can get exclusive content on Patreon and Bandcamp, behind the scenes stuff. Collaborate on us with artwork, participate in exclusive community content like chat rooms and stuff like that. Plus, you kind of get to hear all the music and see a lot of stuff earlier than when it actually comes out. It's very cool. We would love it if we got some more patrons. So please, if you have the means, Black Market has the wares.
That's right. And the link to our mailbag.
Yes.
Can you put that in the chat there, buddy?
Black Market.
Yeah, please email us at blackmarketreggae@gmail.com. You can ask us a question, share with us something that's cool, like how Groove Stranger did, showing us the spring reverbs today. Those are pretty cool. Let's
Yeah. If you
once I get a bit of cash, I may go for some of those.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, if you send us an email to blackmarketreggae@gmail.com. That email address is also in the description. Send us an email with I just tried to send it to the chat, but it looks like it didn't send. But check the description of the video. The email's there. But yeah, send us an email with mailbag in the title, and ask us pretty much anything you want. If you want to show us something, if you want us to listen to something, if you want to just ask us a question, production question, dub question, other music question, anything you want, just send us a question. We'll read it out on the show. Usually facilitates a good conversation or two.
Usually. Sometimes it prompts some
dumb shit.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for your support. All the various ways that you guys support us and participate with what we're doing. We love it. We love you.
Yeah.
And you make it worth doing. You also make it possible to do in the first place.
Yep.
And
another thing,
we look forward to seeing you next week as well.
Absolutely. Another thing, I don't want to go too deep into it because we're ending the show. Another thing I was thinking about this week, I should have brought this up at the beginning, is having people send us original music that we listen to on the stream and react to it, and maybe give our critiques. And that could be a cool segment to do. Is if you're working on your own stuff, or you've got music you think would benefit from some production and or songwriting or whatever kind of always constructive critiques. We're never going to bully people or be shitty.
Unless that's what you want.
Unless that's what you
want. You know, like some of these rate me things are like, yeah, some are like be kind, some are be brutal. You know, whatever you want.
Yeah. But I think that could be a cool segment on the show. Send us stuff. We'll listen to it on the stream. We'll react. We'll you know, I think that would be cool. We'll explore that maybe next week though. We'll talk about it more in depth. But for now, yeah, me and Brandon are hungry. We're fucking tired. We're gonna get the fuck out of here. But we love you guys. This has been a great show. Very unique episode. Our 30th. 30.
Oh, is it number 30? Yeah.
30. Fucking cool. 30 episodes. I'm so stoked on that.
Good job, Nate.
Yeah, man. Good job, Brandon. Anyways, we love you guys. Brandon, I love you.
Love you too.
This was great. We will see you guys next week. Bye. Love you.
Bye.
It must be getting early. The clocks are running late. Paint by number morning sky looks so phony. Dawn is breaking everywhere. Light a candle, curse the glare. Draw the curtains, I don't care, 'cause it's alright. I will get by. I will get by. I will get by. I will survive. I see you've got your list out. Say your piece and get out. Yes, I get the gist of it, but it's alright. Sorry that you feel that way. The only thing there is to say, every silver lining's got a touch of